can't deny the Reapers exist. But I'm not sure how much comfort that is while they bicker over which portion of the galaxy to save.
Wow. Becoming the big info broker's turned you into a real cynic, Liara. I like it.
I'm flattered. I think.
Huh. Alright, let's talk.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. People were finally starting to listen before the Reapers came. If we'd had a little more time, maybe Earth wouldn't. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
The thought means a lot, Liara. Thanks.
You're welcome. And since I didn't mention it before, it's good to be back, Shepard.
Roger that, I agree. Is there anything else you can say?
Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
You gotta get out more.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship? Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
Okay, Shepard, it's usually pretty, rude not to look at somebody when you're talking to them.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
Jesus, Shepard, you gotta get that shit looked at. Like, you need to go to a chiropractor. You got neck problems.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
What the hell are they both looking at?
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
Are you done looking like an idiot?
This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
Glyph, remind me to clean up these old notes. Perhaps reviewing them will lead to something useful for the Prothean device. Liara, 2171. The University of Ceres agreed to sponsor me at the Prothean dig on Draterop. Very exciting. Professor Henel is heading the expedition herself. Maybe I can even ask her for her opinion on on my thesis outline. Thesis on Prothean First Contact Protocols. 2174. I believe Dr. Joe Shaw was right to suggest that the Prothean artifacts were unearthed are from the third age, not the fourth. What an embarrassing mistake. At least he seemed to approve of the rest of the paper. Paper on comparison of Prothean technology to modern Asari circuit logic. 2183, Part 1. I'm going to the Therum expedition. I never thought I'd gain permission to visit the Prothean ruins there, but the University of Ceres must have secured the funding after all. Now to pack. Paper on the end of the Prothean Empire. Part 2. Goddess, this human, Shepherd, has the key to comprehending the Protheans on an instinctual subconscious level. If only I could have been there when the commander touched the beacon on Eden Prime. I'll try to learn more about the cipher on board the Normandy. The involvement of the Reapers is troubling, to say the least. And 2185. I reviewed the old Shadow Brokers footage of the Collectors. It's chilling to know they're the Protheans' husks. At least nothing sentient can possibly remain after what the Reapers did to them. And then message from Operative Farron to the broker. You remember Farron? He's that, I can't remember the breed, but Thane was that breed. I can't remember. They're the lizard-like dudes. I made contact with Tazik yesterday. The look on his face was priceless. He's not happy he put me in charge of scouting the Terminus systems, but he's doing a good job of keeping us alive. I've never seen so many pirates and mercs on edge. The black market's unreliable, and it's getting harder to make contact with suppliers. The Alliance won't be able to rely on it as a source of crucible materials for long if things get worse. Some of the other operatives think we should cut our losses now, but I just keep asking them, when did the odds ever stop the broker? Farron. P.S. I hope you finally got our little friend Droney to stop saying shadow and broker out loud in the same sentence to anyone in sight. I'm sure she did.
Thank you for the daily packet. The results are available on the info.
I think this is where we can upgrade our armor. Really. These are free. Ammo capacity. And... oh, crap. I could have chose. I didn't look.
Network.
I thought you could choose both. That's dumb. Oh well, ammo capacity is good. I got to choose one of the free ones, but that's okay. That's a handy little tool. Ammo's always a good thing. Okay, you guys need to get the hell out of the way. Alright, so up here is where Garrus, near the pods. Garrus would like to chill up in here. Open the door, please. Thank you. Anything in here yet? There's gonna be little in each of these rooms until I actually get my crew going again. Although they've extended the ship. I mean, this stuff hasn't been here before. Alright, elevators. We're done with the crew deck. Let's go to engineering, see what's down there. And then we'll go to the shuttle bay. Destroy a Phantom sword, remove its melee abilities. Phantoms are agile combatants, so keep pressure on them. I will, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the, idea. I don't know what a Phantom is. Must be quite a big bitch. I wonder where, oh, here's Diana.
How's your new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first two, I can deal with. That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Tell people what's really happening on Earth. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you air a story.
I can do this, Commander. Remind me to tell you about the time I made an Elcor cry.
Haha. I didn't even know that was possible. Rep and Paragon is up. This is where she chills. Can I talk to her about anything else?
Commander.
No, that's it. Alright, what's up in here? Oh, this is the ship's bay or whatever. Adams!
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I mean, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
You owe me. No.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
He's a good man.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well-balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers.
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And that means...
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
I'm curious to wonder if that upgrade he was talking about was the one I purchased when I did the suicide mission.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
That's everything.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
Get back to work. No messing around. This is where Miranda and I banged, right on this floor here. Very unconventional, and I'm not even kidding. What happened to the other one? There was 2. And Jack used to stay under here, because she was messed up, man. She'd have nowhere else to go but under here, and this is where she's going to probably come back. Holy crap, look at all these models. Because you had to buy them before. I bought a ton of models. So they just put them in storage? These are my goddamn models that I pay with my own money. You put them in the captain's quarters where they belong, and they stay there. Oh. You understand me? Yes, sir. Good. And this is where Grunt stayed, but you can't get in there. So we'll go down to the end. What was it? The shuttle bay. And oh, the armory's in here. So I said I wanted to go there. And we can level up, upgrade. This is where we can purchase upgrades. We'll talk to Cortez.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So you're my